Hello, everyone, and welcome today. I have a really special guest with us today because Karen is the program director for free food for correctional officers and a lot of other organizations. And she worked with us this week. We are on the Guards to Guardians program out here in Mendocino County, California, with Keith Helwig and the Guards to Guardians program directors. And we got to participate and work for Karen this Wednesday, on the free food program, and we made a real nice meal for the detention deputies out at the jail. And this isn't just a one-time event. Karen, thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
And I'm just going to ask you to kind of introduce yourself and then discuss the program and tell us what it's about.
Sounds great. My name is Karen. I run free food here in Ukiah and Philo all over Mendocino County. It's one of our initiatives as part of the whole nonprofit of Unconditional Freedom, and food is such an important part of what we do and a really beautiful, special way to connect to people. And for me, I found it to be a way to connect to people who otherwise I wouldn't be able to. And so we cook every single week here on our property we have a nice commercial kitchen, and we make a huge meal for at least 100 people. I think this week we fed about 200 people, and we use farm to table food, all organic, really high quality from our farm, from neighboring farms, from different businesses who have joined our mission in really feeding, loving, and nourishing food to people.
And we really enjoyed working with you this week. We, Keith and I, we actually got in there with you. You know, we're not professional chefs, but we asked you to tell us what you want us to do, and you took us out to the storage rooms, the cold rooms and storage rooms, and we brought in the fresh green beans, fresh potatoes. Everything was organic, and I posted that on a lot of the correctional officer sites, and they thought that was really neat. We got great comments. They said, what a great organization, you know, to do this for these officers that are working out there, protecting us, keeping us safe, and then taking these great organic meals to the officers. And they were really impressed with it because, you know, officers don't get that all the time. And we want to tell you that we were really impressed with it. And I enjoyed getting in their hands-on and cutting the green beans. And then Keith and I asked to volunteer, and they put us on putting up the clean dishes and stuff. And the officers, well, you were there actually when we served dinner. They were very appreciative of it. Let me get Keith's thoughts on that on that day we spent with you, not only helping prepare the meal, but being there when the officers received the meal.
I really enjoyed helping you prepare the meals. I mean, to me, it was really a good experience. You know, seeing the staff all working together, working towards a common goal, and knowing that we were going to be giving these meals to these deputies. You know, a lot of places they'll have pizza parties where they buy Domino's 2 for $5 pizzas or whatever, and you guys are serving them, you know, steak-sized pork chops and, you know, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes were great, by the way. I'm German. I love potatoes. Those mashed potatoes were fantastic. The whole thing was good, and the officers truly appreciated it. You know, it shows them that there are people that care. You know, and what you do in the community too. I mean, the outside community for the homeless, and that's something that's so appreciated. It's unappreciated, but it's something that I personally appreciate that you're doing as well.
Thank you.
And I will tell you, in this video, the folks are following along with us. I've got the pictures up in the corner of the preparations and the photos we took. And so they're able to, as we speak of what we did on Wednesday, they're able to actually see what we did. So now, it's not, you don't only do this for, you've done this for the detention deputies at jails, and you've done this for officers at the juvenile hall. And we truly appreciate that deep from our heart, because officers don't get that all the time. But now that's not the end of it. You actually extend far beyond what we're talking about today. Tell us some of the other places that you do the free food program for.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's really important to bring that quality of food, and that food, like you said, it's not a Domino's pizza. It actually is, the pork chops with a plum balsamic reduction with plums that we picked from the trees, and every part of it, even the way we present it, the idea is to bring beauty and love and dignity through the meals, to show people like, you really matter, and thank you for being here, thank you for being alive, here you matter. And so we really, everyone can benefit from a loving meal, but we try to bring them especially to people in need of that nourishment and love. And so whether it's, people in our community, sick or elderly who can't travel, or we do every single week, we serve in Ukiah at a homeless shelter there. Every single week we have the same program out in Harlem, New York, and we serve in a church basement there. And so it's, people who are often getting handouts, leftovers, scraps, and we're saying, no, here is a beautiful meal prepared just for you, because we have all this food to offer and love, and then we get to learn, and we get the offering of the person's humanity. I get to meet correction officers. We serve the meals every week when we bring them to the shelter in Ukiah. We bring them to the kids and staff at Juvenile Hall. So all our programs really are integrated and get to come together through the food, which is, food is just such a way to bring love and connection and community.
Well, I'll tell you what, people really noticed when we put this post out of what we did Wednesday on these correctional officer sites. I put the menu as well, so they saw what the menu was, and they saw these giant pork chops that looked like steaks. And some of the officers were putting comments, wow, we don't get that here, and wow, that would be nice. So
Sure beats pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, they were saying sure beats pizza, right, Keith?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that, I know that when the officers saw that, they said, wow, those folks out there are really lucky to have a program like that. And, we're going around promoting the Guards to Guardians program and giving presentations. But I want to promote your free food service as well, not just to the homeless and all the other people out there, but as you well know, we're here for the wellness and well-being of correctional officers, mental health, physical health, and if we're going to promote mental health and physical health in correctional officers, and we want to show them appreciation, we need to switch from these 2-for-1 pizzas, because they're not the healthiest thing in the world.
Right.
And we want to do what you're doing and get them some quality food, something healthy, because officers don't get the chance to eat right all the time. They do a 12 or 16-hour shift and they go home to get some sleep right away, so they stop and grab a quick breakfast sandwich if they're night shift, or a burger on the way in, so we're also trying to teach officers, when you pack your lunch for work, that would be better. Mm-hmm. And try to put your celery sticks and peanut butter, something, put something with the energy in it, right. Not the quick energy that burns off and then you're sleepy and tired. Right. So I was very impressed with your program. The food, I noticed, the green beans, the potatoes and all that, I think that's grown right out here, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then some of the meats are donated, but they come from good quality farmers.
Great quality butchers, and we have a company that donates flour and sugar, all the things for our baked goods, and company that donates ghee. We have amazing partners who support what we do, and we've built this big network so that we can keep creating the meals.
And your work crew, and I don't want to call them a work crew. They're actually the team of the Unconditional Freedom. They're not work crew.
Yeah, all of us are volunteers.
Yeah, they're all volunteers. They're a team. They were all happy and happy while we were all working and cooking, and they were smiling. There wasn't anybody sad, oh, I've got to come in here and do this. It was like, I sincerely want to do this for everybody.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you, your team, the Unconditional Freedom Project, Guards to Guardians. We appreciate what we saw you do for these officers. As Keith and I are both 30-year plus retired correctional officers working behind the wall, not on the street, where we're hidden and not seen and nobody knows about us. We really appreciate it. Keith, what do you, any closing?
Nope, I think it's great. I think the program you're doing is great for the community. It's great for the Brotherhood of Officers, and thank you.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure cooking with both of you and having you be really inside of the program.
Well, we definitely enjoyed it, and it felt good to be part of your team for a day, and it felt good to watch them eat that food and enjoy it. We thank you so much for taking these 10, 11 minutes with us today to kind of explain what you do and what we're looking forward to future states, counties, communities to do for officers. We can get this thing rolling. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.